Hey guys, I want to show you something really cool that I've been I have just started working on it again. I actually was working on this like a month ago, but I decided to take a break cuz it's pretty hard to do this, but well it, I'm I'm hopefully going to be getting this done soon. But basically, I'm making probably the biggest breakthrough in MegaScript right now. This is going to be the turning point that makes it just that switches it from being just a mediocre language to an actual usable one, and that's the ability to actually load and execute DLLs. So let's go over here. So look, we've got our DLL here. It's got one function in it called getNumber, and it will print three arguments. So we're gonna go over here, and as you can see right here, this just compiles that DLL, and the DLL is right here. So if we go into this MegaScript application I made, we've got so we use the standard library, which just gives us a bunch of enumerations that are useful. Then we make an array of the arguments of the argument types. So right here we've got regular int, and then long int, which is 64-bit. So we do int 32, and then int 64. So then we do handle DLL import new DLL.dll, which is right there. And then what we do is we use that handle that we just made, that DLL handle, and then we make a new function. We make an assembly function, and we put in the calling convention. Now this is kind of confusing. This might be kind of confusing, but basically in assembly there are multiple different ways to call a function. And different functions use different calling conventions. So you're going to want to put the right calling convention for that function. And since we're on Windows and we're loading DLLs, the regular calling convention by default is fast call. That's like Microsoft's flagship calling convention. So we choose the calling convention, then we choose what the function is going to be called in MegaScript, what we actually want MegaScript to be called. Right here, this is the procedure name. So right here, this is getNumber. Right, this is we want this to actually be the real name of the function. So we got that, and then over here we put in our type array, and we put in how many arguments we're passing in, and then we put the return value type, which is what it's going to be returning, which is just an irregular int. So if we look here, we pass in 256, and if we go over here and we run this DLL.msa, as you can see, it does what the function does. So right here, and if we were to actually change this and do make it just do two arguments, or if it just print two of the three arguments that we're passing. Let's recompile, and we haven't touched anything here, and we're just gonna run this, and as you can see, it changes what it does. The DLL changed, but our MegaScript application and MegaScript interpreter hasn't changed at all, which is going to be really useful because you'll be able to actually use OpenGL stuff and do all kinds of stuff with like the Windows kernel DLLs, and you'll be able to. This will be really useful for making a GUI library, for example. But it's not finished yet. If we go over here to where we're doing it, as you can see, I'm actually having to do this in assembly. I'm coding this in assembly because it's pretty hard to actually hard to call a function in a C whenever you don't actually already know what the function's going to be. So I have to look into how I have to basically code every calling convention from the ground up. So it's pretty hard, but I hope that you guys think that this is cool. I hope that you're looking forward to more of this. But yeah, I hope that this was cool, and see you guys. Leave a comment if you think if you want to leave your thoughts or opinions.